Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all the respected dignitaries, distinguished speakers, honorable participants, and the loving audience, all beautiful people present here from all around the globe. I'm Ms. Nada Ratkovic, IIU board member, Croatia director, IIU, president of Research Center, IIU. Welcome you all to the IIU Europe International Conference on New Vision for Azerbaijan Teachers in Education, event for all the educators around the globe, organized by International Internship University, IIU Europe, the first global virtual university offering quality, accessible, location independent, and skill based education around in all areas. IIU is the unique amalgamation of traditional and modern methods of education. IIU Europe is all geared up to share knowledge and revolutionize the education under the strong leadership of our Europe head, Ms. Inga Karchilova. Europe is one of the world's most exciting continents which offers world-class education and research. First today, I'm pleased and honored to present our organizer. International Internship University, IIU, is a leading virtual education system and global brand confederation, which is the most valuable and trusted worldwide and well reputed in delivering innovative programs. Globally, it is a trusted name for quality training programs and is committed to provide better and virtual education to all the young learners of the globe. IIU is metamorphosing the conventional education system by cutting down the additional costs and providing access to more than 1,000 plus courses and internships to their e-learners across the globe with the help of its thousands plus global educators. In a short span of time, IIU has spread its wings in 195 countries and 6 continents under the strong leadership of its visionary founder, Mr. Piyush Pandit Sir, a committed and inspiring social activist, a passionate educationist from the last 2 decades, providing education to students from various social and cultural backgrounds. The sky is the limit for his dedication and hard work. IIU has formed its 4 councils, namely Women Entrepreneurs Council, International Student Development Council, International Youth Development Council, International Council of Educators. The main objectives behind the councils is to provide support in every respect to the students, youth, women entrepreneurs, and educators. IIU is coming with a lot of projects. Now is coming with the biggest knowledge exchange program called BICAP. All the students are invited to be part of it. It is starting the membership drive to the International Student Development Council. Registrations are open. The registrations are open for all the councils, so you can be a part of Women Entrepreneurs Council. The students can be a part of International Student Development Council. Youth, the part of International Youth Development Council. Educators all can join us. Educators can come and be a part of Department of Training. Every day, IIU has 2 or 3 sessions, many events, many programs. You need to be the change with IIU. So, many European countries today offer excellent opportunities for living, traveling, and working. Education plays a vital role in the economic and social context of Europe, not only Europe, all around the globe. Across the continent, there are multitude of different education systems, each one their own attitudes and approaches to educate their population. For students, Europe can be a very attractive destination thanks to its well-deserved reputation as a hub of academic excellence. International Internship University, has a big world reputation also as a hub of academic excellence. If we talk about the terms of the years of the schooling and the levels of education, we can say that our today country, Azerbaijan, is a highly educated country. Quality of education and student learning outcomes are underperforming. If you don't know where is Azerbaijan, please look at the map. Azerbaijan officially is a republic and it is a transcontinental country located as the boundary of the Eastern Europe and Western Asia. Azerbaijan is a great country. The nation is rich in natural resources. Economy is heavily based on the oil and other energy exports. The country is considered an upper middle income nation possessing a high level of economic development and literacy. Like many of the former Soviet republics, Azerbaijan has struggled to move to a market economy. In the terms of the years of schooling and levels of education completed, Azerbaijan is a highly educated country. And if we look at the education in general in Azerbaijan is divided into three stages. We have 4 years of primary education where students in each class are taught by a teacher who progresses with each year up through the four primary grades. Then, the main education consisting of 5 years of schooling. After that, secondary education, and after secondary education, you can go to the university. But let's see today. Today, experience a world-class higher education in Europe in the country of Azerbaijan. And let's see the benefits from an extensive choice of courses, education, studies, programs, and more. Yes, Europe is ready. Europe is ready to share knowledge and revolutionize education with Dr. Inga Karchilova from Georgia, the IIU head of Europe. So today, it's my honor to introduce our Dr. Inga Karchilova. As I said, she is a IIU Europe head, a country director of IIU Georgia. She's an IIU board member. She's a project director of the conference. Welcome, Dr. Inga, the IIU head of Europe. But before our Dr. Inga said the words of introduction, I want to present her. I want to say that she is an educator. She's a teacher of geography and entrepreneurship basics in the Quality Sharapani Public School. She's a leader, she's an educator, she's an international speaker, she's an ambassador. She's a trainer of junior achievement in Georgia software. She gets a best entrepreneurship teacher award in 2019. Also, she is in Global Friends Club president, president of TBC Georgia, a Gen leader, and etc. Writer from Namaste and etc. Dr. Inga, IIU, Head Europe, please address our audience.
Welcome, welcome. Thank you very much, my dear, for introducing me. I would like to wish you success at today's conference. Thank you very much for everything. You are always by our side and support us. You are one of the best moderators and have made all our conferences successful. My dear friends, Professor Nadarat from Croatia, God bless you. Keep up a great job. We are proud of you. Greetings to our beloved people around the world. Yes, I am Inga Khachilava from Georgia. My dear friends, today is a very, very important day for IIU, for Azerbaijan, for my project, and for us. I am grateful to Mr. Peyush and IIU for this opportunity. I want to express my gratitude to everyone. It is a great honor for me to be with you today early. A part of my project, we saw two amazing conferences with European leaders and two unforgettable conferences with Romanian and Georgian leaders. Today, we are waiting for Azerbaijan teachers to share their knowledge. I believe this will be an amazing and inspiring conference. We will hear and learn a lot of new information. Special thanks to Ms. Aida Eliazova, to the Deputy Director of Azerbaijan, who mobilized Azerbaijan teachers and support me. I believe that we will do many wonderful, important projects together. Azerbaijan is a rock. I'm sure today will be a very important and amazing day. Thank you very much to each of the speakers who are with us today and will share valuable knowledge with us. And I wish you the best of luck. Thanks, everyone. And of course, welcome all participants who have joined from many countries around the world. Thanks again to everyone and good luck. Okay, go ahead, IIU team. We are ready. The stage is yours. Let's start my honored Azerbaijan team. Thank you.
Big clap to our dear Dr. Inga. As I said before, our dear Dr. Inga is a great leader and also she's a great person, she's a great human, and she's a great friend with a big heart. So let's say to everyone today, Happy Friendship Day. Yes, to all the friends around the globe. Welcome to the IIU family. Yes, let's start. Let's start this great Azerbaijan conference. So today, I'm really honored to welcome our guest speakers of the day. Each one speaker will representative his country, Azerbaijan, and will share the actual and factual insights of education in the different topics. So be with us, be ready, be a part of today's great conference. I'm now going to call our first great speaker. She is a woman. She is a great teacher, Roxana Mamadova. She has graduated from Azerbaijan University, the language, and she has a honor and she works in a senior teachers for 70 years. She studied at the University of the Leeds. She had the scholarship of British government where she achieved master's degree in education. She worked as a deputy director of the project implementation unit of the Ministry of Education, personal assistant to the British ambassador, secretary general head of education department of the European Azerbaijan Society. From 2019, she was appointed like a secondary principal in European Azerbaijan School. She was a director of Azerbaijan Teachers in Development Center. She is involved in the teacher trainings and teacher development since 1996, the founder of the president of Azerbaijan English Teachers Association, AZETA. She has attended international events on education in different countries. So she has a main area of research as a teacher professional development, teacher learner autonomy, reflective leadership, education, management. Yes, I introduced the Azerbaijan at the beginning, and I said they had their own language, but they are professionals in speaking English. Great, amazing English teachers are coming from Azerbaijan. Oh my God. Uh, somebody is ringing here. I don't know to who, but okay. Let's go further. Please, teacher. Please, teacher Roxana Mamadova, the IIU stage is yours.
Thank you very much for the great introduction. Also, I'm very grateful to you for presenting my country in such an informative way with passion and friendship. We very highly appreciate the efforts of International Internship University, whose event I attended some time ago, where I witnessed that world-famous educators have gathered around International Internship University to contribute towards the development of education all over the world. Dear event organizers, dear colleagues, dear participants, it is a great pleasure to welcome you at this important event. Although it is summer break for the teachers, our selfless teachers continue their hard work to develop professionally and to support their colleagues in their professional development. It is great to know that English teachers of Azerbaijan have established multifaceted international relations, which is a unique opportunity for their professional development. Their development is the development of education system of Azerbaijan. This is why I welcome all the efforts that our teachers really make selflessly. Since gaining the independence, Azerbaijan government has paid special attention to the development of its education sector. Azerbaijan government started education reform in 1999, through which new curriculum was adopted. Starting in early years of 21st century, Ministry of Education started providing in-service teacher training for the teachers to enable them to meet the requirements of the newly adopted curriculum. English teachers were the first to bring new methods to teaching, as language is the power, and they had a chance to attend international events to develop professionally and personally. Of course, all of us know how the world was challenged with the pandemic 2 years ago. Education sector was affected by the pandemic more than any other sector. However, our teachers could effectively manage the challenge and acquired new skills to organize online lessons. Pandemic speeded up the process of digital teaching and learning, and today's event is a sign for this. Our teachers understood once more that a good teacher is a good learner, and learning is a never-ending process for teachers. I'm proud to see our English teachers to give keynote speeches at this important event today, which empowers them not only as local teachers, but also as international presenters, where they gain a chance to share their experiences, skills, and knowledge with their international counterparts. As I mentioned earlier, Azerbaijan government has always paid special attention to the development of the education sector. With the presidential decree yesterday, the roles and functions of the Minister of Education was increased, where Ministry was tasked to manage Azerbaijan science too. Until yesterday, it was the Minister of Education. With the new decree of the President, now the ministry is renamed as the Ministry of Science and Education, which is an international practice where many ministries in the world have these two responsibilities and functions. This new change will bring, of course, new challenges for all those who are in the sector of science and education. But we know that challenges make professionals stronger. I'm sure that events like this will contribute towards the goals of the ministry in its new role. I once more want to avail myself of this opportunity to thank very much to these organizers of this event and so the university, International Internship University, for organizing such important events, because these events empower the teachers. These events empower the countries, and empowerment of the countries is the empowerment of the world as a whole. Thank you so much for your invitation to this important event and to give me a chance to speak to this event, to the participants of this event. And thank you so much for your attention, dear followers of this event. And I call all my colleagues to unite their efforts around this university. And I want to see many events like this in my country, because really I want that. So we bring best practices, best international practices to our country, so that we can contribute towards the development of the new roles and functions of the Minister of Education, Minister of Science and Education of Azerbaijan. I wish best of luck to the keynote speakers, and I wish that all the participants enjoy the event. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, great teacher Roxana, for your great speech. We are also very happy to hear that in Azerbaijan, the ministry changed a name in the Ministry of the Science and Education. It is almost in the all European countries, and because the ministry is playing the biggest role for education, for all the rules which are going through all the stages of education. Thank you very much, and we are really honored to have you here today and hope very soon again.
Thank you
Now,
very much. Really, thank you. My respect to you, dear Miss Roxana. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Linga. Thank you very much. Thank you.
thank you. Now we are going to our next guest speaker. She is almost well known. She is a great teacher. She is a deputy director of IIU Azerbaijan. She is Aida El Yazova. Teacher Aida El-Yazova is a deputy country director of IIU, a sessionate educator of 20 years experience and part of Teachers Excellent and Achievement Programs alumna from Azerbaijan English Teachers Association Semuk branch manager, MIOC facilitator, English Language and Genia American Center, and she is in teachers activity groups, a group facilitator organized by British Council. She is a great leader, a great coach trainer, one of the best in Europe, in e-twinning Europe, and she is a MIIE expert. I can talk a lot about our great teacher Aida, but let us hear her insights about the education in her country. Welcome.
Thank you very much for the great introduction. Hello, everybody. I'm very glad to see all of you again. I'm really very happy. And it's last month, this month is very horrible for me. I was chosen as deputy country, Azerbaijan country director. And it's really a very honor for me to be with all of you. And I am very grateful to Mr. Piyush for this great idea to join all people, all educators all over the world, and IIU. Thank you very much. We all educators, we all come together, we share our experience, we learn from one another. As it is said, sharing is caring. We always watch your presentations, the other countries' teachers' presentation, and we learn something new. You know, No one can say that I know everything. No, it is enough for me. No, because time is changing, it's developing, and we teachers, we must be very developed and to have very skilled, enough skilled, because 21st skills, a very professional teacher should be very, very skilled to, how to say, to manage their students. So today I want to again thanks Mr. Ringa for her support, for her motivation. Me always, you can do it, you will do it. Very, very thanks you, Nada, for your kind words, for your support, for your motivation, and IIU family for their great welcoming me as a country director. Okay, today I would like to share my experience with using Web2 tools. Most people, they say that coronavirus is actually, yes, it's very awful, but we have some advantage of this. We learned some Web2 tools. We moved to online teaching, and we have learned so many things which we didn't know before. Maybe we know, but we didn't use. But we started to use them very frequently, and we became very well-mannered. I would like to share my screen and to present one of the Web2 tools. It is, one of them is Padlet. Padlet, it is Web2 tools. Just a moment. Here, I often use for every class. This tool is very, I would say, convenient for students to write essays. This tool develops teaching students writing skills. Here, for example, during the online classes, I use this tool for my students. It's from my ILAC classes from Ganja American Center. And I have so many groups on Padlet. And I gave some topics to students. And they started writing immediately here their essays. And it is one of the most advantages that the students can read the other students' essays, and they can, I would say, evaluate or write comments. And it is improves the students' cooperation and collaboration. Besides with the writing skills, it also improves the students, how to say, designing skills. They were very competitive to make the best designer for their, how to say, essay. And it really improves their other skills also. Here you see my students' work, different topics. They read one of each other's essay, and they write comments, they share it. Sometimes they can check what they liked, what they disliked in the other students' essays. How to use it? You just go to Google, write padlet.com, and you should subscribe here with your Gmail, and you create an account. Here you can see my account, and it's all my work. Some desks, you can see here, create Padlet. You just click on these. I have enough of Padlets. 4 walls are free. For extra, you should pay. If I want to have another free, I have to delete one of them. Then I will have another free wall. And here you write, you can see I have written some topics. and classified all of them. And I sent the link to my students. They just come into this page and they add in plus here. I hope that you can see it. And after that, you can see here is another theme opened. And here the students can add some links from YouTube, some pictures. They can give a theme for them and they start writing their essay. And after that, they just press, if you start writes here something, it will not be pale, and you will just press publish, and it will appear here. So easy and so very useful, I can say, tool for the students. And really, I can say that my students, they like this kind of writing essays better than writing on paper. It was like a competition among them. They wrote and just said, "Teacher, I am ready, you can check it." So this is one of the tools which I wanted to share with you. And I want to add, it is not only for students, everyone can use, even teachers. You can see here, for example, my wonderful land, my name is Lida. These are my twinning projects. You know that at the end of the twinning project, we all, the founders and the teachers, will write application. And all the plan we share here. And we send for evaluation just the link. All our work is on this page, and it is for evaluating our project. It is just enough to look through this link and to evaluate my project. I want to share with you, for example, my project started in January, and here I divided in months. It's very convenient and it's very useful tool. Because you can create you can give any kind of design to this Padlet. And here, month by month, I have uploaded all my work here, and it's very easy for the ambassadors to evaluate my project. They just look through this Padlet link, and they can have idea what is my project about. Thanks for your attention. Hope that using this tool was very useful, and I gave you some new ideas of using Padlet.
Thank you. Thank you there, teacher Aida. Thank you for sharing the digital tool Padlet. Yes, we always have tips and tricks. I want to say one trick, what I do always. I open many Google Mails. I have a lot of Gmails because you can make only five Padlets, and then if we have this year we need to have 4 projects, so I open again new 4 emails for making new Padlets. Great. Padlet is really great digital tool, very user friendly, and in each one lesson, in each one project, we can use it, and our students like this way of working. Thank you. Thank you. Hope next time from our great eTwinner coach that we will get more, because today we are limited with the time. Thank you. Thank you very much. Deringa.
Thank you very much, Aida. Really very wonderful and very informative presentation. Thanks a lot. Perfect. Well done there. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And I hope for our future projects all together. And I'm sure we will do great works all together. It's just the beginning.
Of course, of course. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, dear Aida. Now we are going to our next guest speaker. She is Luhijah Mahmudova. Luhijah Mahmudova has 12 to 1 years of experience in English language teaching. She is working at Ismaili Secondary School and teaches all ages level of education. Alongside with teaching, she is keenly enthusiastic and motivated in projecting, blogging, filming for making learning fun. She's been bestowed Model of Taragi by the President of Azerbaijan after she became the winner of the educational competition. The best teacher, which was arranged by the Ministry of the Education. She is a branch manager of Ismailiti AZETA branch, which stands for Azerbaijan English Teachers Association, and where they monthly and periodically arrange the ELT meetings, English language teacher meetings, and mini conferences. She is interested in her professional development. She is continually taking courses for improving her English language. She completed the TESOL degree, the TESOL conference she attended in Paris, in France. She listened. She is listening. She's critical thinking. She is completing in the USA projects about media literacy. She became part of the teaching career for the good values of the Fulbright, and she's also a e-twinning ambassador in Azerbaijan. And she is responsible for the navigation of e-twinners in quality of projects around the country. Welcome, dear and respected teacher Luhijah. The IIU stage is yours.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Nada, for this nice introduction. So I will share my screen to share my presentation. But our presentation, I would like to mention first. Our presentation tackle media literacy, and this is a new concept. Maybe this was a new concept for our society, maybe our country. So can I share my screen?
Yes, you can.
Yeah. So if please let me know if it is visible here.
Yes, but only put if you can put a full screen.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay. So I'm looking at the cam. So first, before expressing what media literacy is, I would like to split the term into two parts, like media and literacy. So just to express what media is, what literacy is, and what media literacy is. So media is the communication outlets or tools to store and deliver information or data. The term refers to components of the mass media communications industry, such as print media, publishing the news, and media, photography, cinema, broadcasting. So, and literacy is popularly understood as an ability to read, write, as well as awareness of something related. And what is media literacy is a combination of two words. So reading literacy and media literacy have a lot in common. Reading starts with recognizing letters, and media literacy is the ability to identify different types of media and understand the messages they are sending. Actually, why do we have to teach media literacy at school? To tell the truth, media literacy is not taught at our schools, and it is not included in our curriculum. While how to say, so the USA or European include them in their curriculum. But there are many good reasons that to teach media literacy in our school. Why media literacy important? Let's have a look. So kids take in a huge amount of information from a wide array of sources, like traditional media, like our parents did, TV, radio, newspapers, even magazines, and our kids take it from different sources, like text messages, memes, maybe viral video, social media, so video games, but all media shares one thing: someone created it, and it was created for one reason. And understanding that reason is the basis of media literacy. I'm not sure if I can express myself that that's the reason of media literacy. We don't always know who created something and why they made it, whether it's credible or not, but this makes media literacy tricky to learn and teach. Um, what is important to understand is that media literacy is not about protecting kids from unwanted messages. So although some groups urge parents to turn off the TV, to click on the button, but the fact is media is cannot be changed. It's ingrained. It's not our part of our culture, but they are our own culture. Media literacy, therefore, is about helping students become competent, critical, and literate in all media forms so that they can control the interpretation of what they see or hear rather than letting the interpretation control them. Specifically, media literacy helps kids first learn to think critically. What's this? As kids evaluate media, they decide whether the messages make sense, why certain information was included, what wasn't included even, and what the key ideas of the message. And they learn to just to use examples to support their opinions that they are based, and then they base on knowledge they already use. Then they easily figure out which news is a bias, which one is disinformation, propaganda, or misinformation. Then become a smart consumer of products and information. Media literacy helps kids learn how to determine whether something is credible. It also helps them determine the persuasive intent tricks of advertising and understand the author's goal. What does the author want you to take away from a piece of media? So is it informative? Is it trying to change your mind? Is it trying to manipulate you? And media can, so let's say so, media have positive and negative impact on society, but media literacy education enables the students to discern inescapable risks of manipulation, propaganda, and mass bias, media bias, I mean. So right here, I've included a screenshot from our Twitter page that says, they have never been, there have never been a more urgent need for an internet free of false or misleading information than during the coronavirus pandemic. Yes, actually, media became our inseparable friend on the lockdown when we just stayed home, got news from all the media and had to trust it because we couldn't communicate with people so much that we used to. And plus, not everyone was media literate, and those people were a real danger. Yes. And so the need for developing media skills of our students was put forward because our children live in a world of powerful 24/7 media. And so many projects, a number of projects on media literacy were done on pandemic. Actually, we took advantage of homestay and did online cross-curricular activities, and most of them were based on media literacy. And one of them was a project run in the frame of the media literacy was our e-twinning project, which was displayed in the portal as COF News for a long time. And now I'm gonna share the what activities specifically we pinpointed while teaching media. So we started the project with 7th and grade students, 9th grade students. They were 15th and 16th age. And since we thought they were adolescents, we thought they had grown enough to handle all kinds of news and messages going viral through media. And we decided to push a quiz at the beginning. So actually, this quiz was designed to elicit children's spatial awareness and basic insights about coronavirus. The core point of doing this quiz was to make sure what sources students rely on when they wanted to get news about COVID-19 each day, because the corona case were getting increased day by day. And since the survey was designed based on the official information graphs like John Hopkins University, John Hopkins CSSE, I think, then World Health Organization, and we did intend to make them refer to reliable sources, but not every news portal or local agency. Thus, we provided instructions of how to define reliable sources. And defining reliable sources of information would help them avoid misinformation and disinformation. So what's the difference between these two terms? I'd like you to have a look at the slide. Actually, misinformation and disinformation are translated in our language as the same, but misinformation is done intentionally to create false or misleading information to make money and have political influence or maliciously cause trouble or harm. So both are fake news. Let's say so. But misinformation is not done deliberately. When people share disinformation, they don't realize it's false or misleading. Often they try to do that to do favor, to do good to people, and they share viral videos, maybe viral news screenshots. And why do people share disinformation? Actually, three main reasons are based in the core. This is money, finance, so political gain, and to cause confusion, to cause just to damage the government maybe, and to sow mistrust. And about misinformation, it is out of fear first, out of fear, and because of the want to make the people good. So, and students, through learning misinformation, disinformation, students learned why you shouldn't or you should share the news if you have at least a drop of doubts. Don't forward things just in case. We used to say them, and they might be true or they might be not true, because you can do more harm than favor. And people who had a little trust on them used to send them to friends, colleagues, where and groups where lots of people appear there. And what made people believe such kinds of notes, you can ask, was the fact that they contained both accurate and inaccurate information. For example, some of them, I think everyone came across this video, that one of them said you have to wash your hands within 20 seconds, I don't know, like this, to prevent the spread of the virus. But some details were unproven claims about how to diagnose the virus. So this is manipulation and manipulative technique in informing. And don't you think the news creative activities go with this trick? I think yes. So actually, media literacy is a vast concept to deep dive. However, we are incapable to cover it within 10 minutes. And even when I took my Fulbright media literacy course in the US, in Ohio, it was really a brand new topic for me, because we just learned, we just heard about it, but didn't learn anything about media literacy. Ilham followed the course after me. She also took media literacy course, and I think that it was a bit more famous in my country when she took a course. So, but I would like to give some hints or tips about how to fact check, because I said media literacy is a very vast concept, but since it is the presentation tackles the media literacy, I would like to pinpoint these points. So check credentials. If we read the news, we have to make sure if the author specialized in the field that the article is concerned with. For example, so a piece of news goes viral in the media about medicine. So who wrote it? Who wrote this news? Who created it? So does he currently work in the field? And we can check LinkedIn or do a just quick Google search to see if the author can speak about the authority and find accuracy. So check the dates when maybe they can share the news from the previous years. Check the dates and check out the source. Where does it come from? And look for bias. I think I mentioned bias. So this is also like manipulation, and it comes from from one person. Like, so lots of cities go to the office to the vacation, and all two of them are picked. Why? This is bias because they read the CV and thought that yes, this candidate is more suitable to their purpose. And actually, this is also one of the bias. So, and does the article seem to lean toward a particular point of view? So we can do a reverse image search. We can also use TNI. We don't have much time here to use TNI. Actually, TNI is the best source, and our students really love this source. You can use it as an app in your mobiles or as well as in your browser. So look for clues in the image and use keywords. And don't forget to read the public comments below because people always are open to share their experiences. So that's it. I tried to cover some points of media literacy. Thanks for listening and watching. Any questions?
Thank you. Thank you, dear Professor Luhijah, for the great presentation, for introducing the media literacy. Media literacy is one of the necessary literacy today behind the digital echo. We have media literacy, and I want to also point one thing that in Europe, with the in e-twinning projects, every year has a subject. So this year we have the School of the Future. Last year was media literacy and disinformation. A year before was the attack on the climate changes. So every year is a new topic, and at December, at the end of the year, we will know the new topic of the year of the e-twinning. Media literacy, why? Disinformation. We know that today that we are living in the generation of Z generation, and we want to increase the awareness to our students, the knowledge, how to use the digital space, how to improve their higher order, the critical thinking, to enhance the students' ability to make their new thoughts, to provide the skills which are necessary to them to learn, to work in a society, to work, to communicate, collaborate, to access the information in the increasing era of digital technologies. And especially today, because we know that the social media are playing the crucial, the biggest role in the education, I can say in the education of our youth. And that is a big, big problem. So this information in media literacy is a very, very important topic for the education, and also it should need to be involved in each curricula of each subject, like digital literacy. Thank you for your great topic, choosing a great topic, very important topic, and for your great presentation and speech.
Welcome, my pleasure. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. This is really, really very important topic today. It was a very interesting and important presentation. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your work. Keep up a wonderful job. Thanks. Thank you.
Yes. Now, after our teacher, Luhijah Mahmoudova, we are coming to another great teacher, English EFL teacher Humay Adanail. Humay Adanail is a teacher at Genia Secondary School. She is teaching English foreign language for 17 years. Since 2009, she was managing AZETA, the branch delivering the number of workshops for the EFL teaching. She is a teacher English alumna. Since 2021, she's working in United States Embassy in Azerbaijan as a ELAS program coordinator in Azerbaijan. She's a part of online teacher community implemented by the British Council and a member of the OTC focus group. She loves traveling and discovering new cultures across the world. So, dear teacher Humay, you and other teachers are welcome to join with your students to IIU's Bike Up, biggest interactive exchange program for the students because you say that you love traveling. The first destination is India. After India are coming another countries. So don't wait, grab the opportunity and join with your students. Welcome.
Thank you. It was my dream to see Taj Mahal in India. So thank you for giving.
And welcome.
Yes, you know, we see today, we know what you want, your desires.
Yeah, okay. Hello, everyone. I am Humay Adanale. Okay, let me share my screen, please.
You can.
So, can you see my screen?
Yes, please, can you put a full screen?
Okay, I'll put it on the full screen. Okay, so, before to start presenting my topic, I would like to start just with remarks. During post-Soviet time, in all, English, all foreign languages were taught by just grammar and translating methods. So when we became independent at the end of 20th century, so suddenly we had a lot of people and we had a chance to people to communicate English. Most of our students found it very difficult to communicate, or most people, they try to complain, I can read, I can understand, but I cannot produce a language, I cannot express my mind. As an English teacher, I was thinking how to help my learners, to struggle these barriers, to put their language into the practice, not just theoretical language. I was thinking a lot about, I tried a lot of methods, but suddenly I just come across comics in American corner in Ganja. So I saw there are a lot of books. So I thought, okay, and I noticed students are so interested in the comics and the pictures. So I thought for myself, okay, I'm trying to use comics in teaching reading. So if most English language teachers, they know when we keep just reading, pre-reading task, while reading task, okay. So when we're teaching in a classroom, some students might get distracted. They can lose interest while others reading. So I thought what to do and to involve all students engage in a reading process. So that's why I use mostly I call these methods comics. Actually, why I use these methods of comics, I'll explain later. So my outline from presentation is motivation, reading comprehension, increasing vocabulary, engaging every student with the different skills, and how to integrate 4 language skills in one reading class. As a school, in Azerbaijan, are becoming more open to variety of English strategies, teaching strategies, and improve students' literacy. I thought about Gardner's multiple intelligence, which says learning happens in different way. So why comics? Because not all students like to read. All students can follow reading passage in the classroom. So comics, it's the best way to keep all students in track. So first of all, it's verbal, like the verbal linguistic learners, they learn best through words and languages and producing written verb. First, okay, I divide students in a group. So one of them are reading. The second of them are trying to draw comics on the reading what they got it. So they don't translate, they just draw pictures what they understood from the reading passage. And one of the students are just timekeepers. They try to keep the time, because for one passage we can give 5 to 10 minutes. It depends how long is your reading passage. So what it gives to our learners? For verbal linguistic learners, it helps them to produce, to translate in their mind, to comprehend the reading. So they create a work. Students can focus on what the characters say and think. So the second one is the visual. Learners can best understand, comprehend the elements, what they see, while their peers draw the pictures, how they design the work, how they explain it. And so learners with logical and mathematical learners, they learn best while working with the numbers of strategy. If in a passage there is a number of something, they can see how much of process or how something is happened. They can see it, figure out with the numbers. Kinesthetic learners learn best by incorporating movement. In creating the comic books, many creators either study the life models or use their own bodies to create facial expressions and physical positions in order to draw characters. And while they're drawing the characters, they try to remember some expressions that they read from the passage. Students can figure out what their characters are doing by getting into positions themselves and to draw them. So interpersonal learners best learn when they're working in a group. So producing work, emotions, they can discuss with their peers, they can collaborate, brainstorming ideas, and in this way, they can understand what they were reading. Interpersonal learners learn best when they self-reflecting, and some students who is a drawer in a group, they can self-reflect and to express his own emotions. Okay, he can draw, if he draw someone who is sad, he can remember, by himself and put his mood on the paper. And later they can, while after doing their work, after reading, after just drawing some comics, it's the next step to retell, just showing their pictures, what they learned, what they remember from the passage they have read. So what I do, like before, to start to put their strategies, their thoughts on the paper, I just show some pictures and ask them, like it's like a pre-reading task. I ask them to see about the pictures and just guess what they're talking about, where is it, what's happening in the picture. So in this way, I can get vocabulary. It improves learners' vocabulary. That most of us, we know maybe a lot of words in English, but we find when it's time to express our mind, to input to output the language, we sometimes struggle. And this way also helps our students to make their brain, to reflect on their vocabulary. So what does comics give our students? It provides motivation. It's engage all students in a teamwork. And what's important is a scaffold speaking skills. So we teachers can start from the simple text, and further we can change like harder one. And I think it's supposed to create language growth. So what kind of text, what teachers should do in this, before the classes? They should find out very interesting stories that might be very easy for students. They don't like students to choose motivation. If some very complicated sentences for the learners might feel confused, and they can lose their motivation. So teachers should help students to motivate them to tell stories and retell the passages, their pictures, from their comics. So, but my advice, we can use some text, some passages with moral. So there is a site, we call it American English. You can go there, and there are a lot of, short stories with a moral. You can do it with all learners, from young learners, adult learners, and even junior students. So here is from, as you know, right now we are not at school. So I just found out some pictures on my computer. Here, as you see, here is a student, they were reading a passage about healthy diet. So they put on pictures what they read, and here they're presenting and retelling the story, what's happening to this young guy. And here they were talking, I think they read a passage about big city, advantages of big cities and villages. So there they just put two different pictures, and here again they're trying to explain, presenting, retelling what they draw. And we shouldn't expect everyone to be perfect drawers, but anyway, and you see here is 6th grade, the student talked about environment and what's happening. So they draw it with the pictures and try to explain. And here's the pictures, how they work. You see everyone engaged. Someone's reading, someone's trying to draw. And I would like to read the passage, the opinion of my student, what they think, what gives using the comics in the reading, what gives them. She thinks it's a different way for her, and she remember she was reading passage and drawing, then trying to explain the meaning there. So she wanted to say that the strategy was really fun. At the same time, it really helps them to understand the meaning of passages and paraphrase it. So, and she says when she gave TOEFL and SAT exam, my strategy helped her a lot while getting academic passages. It helped her to take notes like I taught her. So comics and readings help to improve not only our imagination, but also our reading skills. So this is the opinion of what my students think about it. And if we talk about ICC skills, there are a lot of applications that we can use, just go animated or slide Google. I can share it with the different animation applications that students can do. Even they can make short videos. I cannot share these videos, but anyway, if you want, I can send you a link. Any questions, any comments?
Yes, our watchers on the Facebook are whole time writing great comments. They like the work. It is really motivated doing this kind of educating, of teaching with comics, with storytelling, with story presentation, with retelling, understanding the reading passage, the types of the interaction. This is a great way to motivate and inspire the students, drawing the drawings, making sketches, and it is great. It is great for the all subjects because especially like example in entrepreneurship when we are doing with the students brainstorming, brainwriting, when they are when evaluating the ideas or today at the design thinking in each one part of our education we can put this kind of teaching and learning also not only by the hand we can make drawings because we have today a lot of digital tools for drawing also, and they like to make the comics, the strips, and etc. Thank you very much. Today
And,
we have
and I just want to say,
amazing.
someone asked me in which stage we can use comics methods. Reading. If you
Yes,
want to integrate, just reading with speaking, with writing. I just forgot about writing, but it helps at the same time help students to brainstorm writing ideas.
yes. We have one, our great participant who writes, I will not tell the name, but she writes that she is today, every day, she is practicing the English language on this way in IIU's great session. And listen, today I get a new idea. Azerbaijan has amazing English teachers. Please, for us in IIU, for our members, for our students, for our youth, for our women, we need to continue educating the English language because English language is not our mother tongue language. So great today, amazing session, really great teachers. Big clap.
Yes, my
Big
dear.
clap
Yes,
for
really.
each one who was presenting here. But now we are coming to a we are coming to another person, another teacher, and he is not a female. He is a male, a only male with us today on the IIU stage. So let's see who is coming. He is Asian Gulijev. He is from Ganja, the second largest city in Azerbaijan, and he is only 27 years old. And shortly speaking, he graduated from the Azerbaijan University of Foreign Languages in 2011, another English teacher. After gaining the university degree, he joined the military service for a year. Coming back from the army, he's working as an administrative assistant to the director of engineering at Marriott Ashiran Hotel Baku, and 2017, he is home and he is working as an English teacher at Baku Oxford School till 2020. Proudly been working for the education coordinator at Ganja World School by Khazar University. IB is being the main program at the institution to his duties, and he is given school at the same he conducts English courses. Welcome, dear teacher, Ejian Gulijev. Enlighten us with your great speech. Welcome.
Hello, everyone, dear host, dear colleagues. I'm very happy to be amongst you today. And can you hear me well, everyone? Is it okay with the sound?
Yes, it is good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so frankly speaking, I'm really happy to be here with you tonight because this is my first time being amongst ladies, just
Wow.
only me here. Today I'm going to present to you about our school, Ganja Dünya School, how we call it Ganja World School. And now I would like to share my screen with you. Can everyone see it? Is it okay?
Please, a full screen if you can.
So is it okay now?
It is still the same.
Just a moment.
Okay.
Has it changed now?
No, it is the same. You can press the button F5 or click on the Luhijah projection and start for the first slide if you can.
So I pushed the button and now it's in.
It didn't come yet. Maybe the internet connection is problem. It still is not coming. Okay, you can continue on this way if you can. No problem.
All right. Okay. So I would like to start with the short introduction. I would like to introduce my school, where right now I'm working at. This is Ganja Dünya School, how we call it Ganja World School. So it's founded by Professor Hamdat Isa Khanli and his late wife, Naila Khan Misaiwa, in 1998. And according to his high achievement in the education sphere, our school was awarded by the President of the Azerbaijan Republic in 2012 as the best school of 2012 and 13 year of education.
Please, I'm sorry that I interrupt you, but you didn't move the first slide, and I see that you are showing the director and the school, but it isn't moved. Now, yes.
So can you see now which slide?
Now on the third slide.
All right. So is it okay like this? If I do it like this?
Yes, if you change it, okay.
Okay. And who we are? And we opened on the 2nd of February 2021. I think you'll remember how it was difficult to conduct lessons at that time just because of the pandemic and the lockdown as well. And but nevertheless, since its opening, it could attract all the attention of our people, the people of our city, with its peculiar design and infrastructure. The first people see appearance, then they come inside. And why we are so special? So now it's about education. So the first and the only IB school in our region is Ganja Dünya School. Why we are so special? We conduct our lessons in 3 different languages, English, Azerbaijan, and Russian. And besides this fact, not only just our own students, but the students from the side, they can also participate in our practice lessons, of different subjects, and they can see what we are teaching and what our students are learning. Mainly, it's about IB, International Baccalaureate Program. Besides the main subjects, English language acquisition, literature, mathematics, our own native language, the Azerbaijani language, individuals and societies, they are also taught dance, modern arts, ICT, chess, sports as well. Why it's so important? Because in this today's world, children, our students, they tend to be not all of them, they want to be scientists or IT managers. They also want to be a sportsman, the professional sportsman, or the dancers, maybe a chess players as well. We are IB learners. You may have known that IB learning is one of the most effective learning nowadays in the world. Why it's so? It has nearly 10 components, exactly speaking 10, and all of them, I mean, each of them has its own peculiar functions. Let's start from the first, inquirers. Why they should be an inquirer, the person, our student, because he or she should be, maybe sometimes has to be curious about something, because in the process of learning, they have to be independent with themselves and with the others as well. Knowledgeable, our students develop and use the conceptual understanding to explore knowledge. They learn from different sources, from the internet, from the books, even from each other or one another. Thinkers, as we call it today, it's about critical thinking. So it's not about only just memorizing or learning by heart. We have to speak our own opinion. It is very important and crucial. By this way, we can understand each other clearly. Communicators, to express ourselves confidently and creatively. As far as I remember, when I was a student, our classmates, they were not tend to speak very openly to each other, and it made some really problematic situations when we are just shy to express ourselves. I think to think and to speak what we think, of course. But now today, our learners, they are fully independent in that point. And that's very important in learning process as well. Principled, it's all about honesty, integrity, and dignity. And it's based on moral values as well. We don't only think about ourselves, but we think about society. If I say this word, what effect can it has in the future, for example? Open-mindedness, and to be open-minded, it is appreciated in our culture as well. Since starting from the 21st century, our young generation, they express themselves very openly. Why? Because we are not so inhibited now as we were in the previous, let's say, lifetime, or as our family members, our parents were. Caring, we show empathy, we show friendship, we show our approach to other people. We show positiveness. If I have a problem, my classmate approaches and asks me, for example, how may I help you, or just, is there anything that I can assist you with, and so on. And tomorrow, me too will act like this. Risk takers. We are risk takers, and the COVID lockdown, the pandemic is the obvious example for that. So we have taken some risks today, even now as well. We did it in the pandemic, in the lockdown period of time, when it was so difficult to go to school and to teach our students, because we couldn't go outside of our houses. That's why we took some risks, and today we can see its results, and we still learn from it. And I think that we'll learn in the future as well. Because without risks, we cannot achieve anything. I think so. Balanced. In all situations, for example, if we are nervous or if we are relaxed anyway, it's all about understanding. It's all about being consciously awake to create well-being for ourselves and others. So all the components, I would say, in one word, they are closely, they're very close to each other. And the last component is reflective. Considering the world, our own ideas and our own experiences thoughtfully. Understand our strengths and weaknesses. if we are in a difficult situation, how we can escape the situation by solving it or by resolving the problem. It is the main point. So as you can see, IB profile is really it has a wide range of points on which we can stand for hours, not just for a minute or for seconds. So I would like to share some pictures and what we've done since today, according to the profile components. We studied together. Today we're witnessing that not only in education, but almost in all spheres, teamwork is very essential. And that's how our students work together during the lesson. You can see then we care about our little friends. It's all about caring, it's all about sharing. We show them how you have to act towards those people who have not their parents or one of their parents, or who have never seen their parents as well, or the children with special needs, of course. And our school is very willing and passionate about helping children with special needs, of course. And they all know how they are all the same. So there is no high and low, they're all the same level. They're always in need of attention and love, all of us, of course. We care about our nature. The world is challenging us, and it was challenging always, and today especially. We teach our kids how to save our planet, how to pass it to the next generation. And you can see from the pictures. And we also love our school because we have to love it. This is our second home. And this is the end of my presentation about my school and IB education, strongly speaking. And if you have some questions, maybe some comments, I'm really happy to hear that. Please.
Thank you. Thank you for your great speech and your great presentation. I'm watching and following the Facebook. Great comments our participants are writing, but we have few questions. Our participant, Medkat Kasem, is asking, maybe if you can answer us, at what age can a child learn a foreign language? Let's be bilingual, putting in mind that the foreign language affects kindly the mother tongue. And then he said, what I mean, learning a foreign language at early age may be wrong. What do you say about that?
All right, I may answer the question. So we start from the preschool. It means that from the age of 4 or 5, or maybe 6, it depends on the age, of course. It seems very problematic situation at the beginning, but moving forward 1 or 2 months, this little kid, he or she starts to speak English. Of course, there is no problem about his or her own mother tongue, because they can grasp the language better than us, because their brain is very clear in comparison to us. And after 2 or 3 months, he or she starts to speak at their own level, the satisfactory level that they can achieve. There is no problem. It depends on the society of his classmates or her classmates. If they speak, he or she has to speak the same level as they do.
Thank you. Thank you for your answer.
You're welcome.
And I must say you great explain each one what you were presenting today. That is the opinion of our participants. That is my opinion, and a young teacher and a great teacher. So we really like this profile of the IB learning. And you explain us each one, like what is inquiries, what it means knowledgeable, what about the thinking, who are the thinkers, how is working communicators, the principles. I like the explanation of open-minded, how to care, share. We see the great photos. We see the work in the classroom with the students with special needs. Uh, that is the proud of all teachers who work with these students with special needs or with gift students. Also, we in this profile, you explained risk takers, how to balance that, what it means to balance, and what is the reflection, how it is going to reflect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I learned today this IB profile, and I'm really proud on that. Thank you.
Yes,
Great.
dear, yes.
You're welcome.
I am very glad that a young teacher join us. Thank you very much, dear Aslan.
My pleasure.
Thank you very much for
Yes.
everything. I wish you many success and also many successful students in your life. I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much. Go ahead. You
Yes.
have a great job. Thanks.
Yes, thank you.
And also, dear, thank you, Mr. Mehkat, and all participants.
Oh, there you
Really
go.
wonderful
We have a
questions
lot
and
of
also
comments. Lot of
interesting
comments.
answer. Thank you.
Yes, we have a lot of comments, and almost are answered because our teachers are great, explain everything in the detail. Thank you very much. Now we are going to our next speaker. Our next speaker is a great English foreign language teacher with 20 years experience. She is a facilitator of British Council, hub coordinator from the school where she works with the support of the British Embassy. She has the leadership skills with the work experience, working in a big project called ELAS, supported by the United States Embassy. Also, many successful implementation of the STEM projects at the school. Welcome, the teacher, Natavan Askerli. IIU stage is yours.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for inviting me. As my colleague said, today is my honor, and my presentation is about Canva. Now, I'd like to share my screen with you. Pandemic, every teacher try to search some kind of on the detail on computer. Me also try to motivate my students, to enthusiasm my students because of their Canva. What is Canva? Canva, how does Canva work? History of Canva, main using areas, other usage examples, benefit of Canva, drawing of Canva, and the process. And for detail, Canva is a free graphic design platform that allows you to easily to create something like lesson plan, Zoom backgrounds, and more using professional design tablets. You can even upload your own photos and them to Canvas tablets using drag and drop interference. And how does Canva work? Canva is easily to sign up for using user and email, Google account, or Face login. Once an account is created for free, your if you are using it as a teacher, student, or anything else, and you will tailor the experience you need, making it sample or search, and teaching how to use Canva can be a focus of a lesson, and that aim to broaden digital and digital skills available for students. But since this is too easy to use, it will likely take very little time letting the students play with options. It's how to learning and creative and flourishing. And this is the history of Canva and how many people using Canva in 2013. Canva founded in Perth in Australia, and in 2014, April, social media and technology expert Guy Kashi joined the company as a chief evangelist, and in 2015, Canva for Work has launched focusing marketing materials. And in June 2020, as I mentioned, from the pandemic, as every teacher may also use Canva at the end of topic or books. I enthusiasm my students because of certificate. Canva announced a partnership with DOFS and Office of the following month as June 2020. Canva's valuation has risen, and I want. And the main usage Canva's free presentation software gives you access to hundreds of beautifully designed pilot to create presentation on any topic. Simply choose the perfect imagine fonts and colors to make your presentation as really your message. And now I want to share one of them in my tablet. You can take any of them. You can take one of certificate and create certificate at the end of term, at the end of book, or for motivate for your students. Now, do you see my screen? I'm sorry.
We are on the slide main usage.
Yeah, thank you. I want to take one of them and create Canva in front of our student eyes. We can change every the name and surname of students or institution also. For example, I want create this, one of my students' name is Ayhan, and I would like to write.
Dear Professor Natavan, we don't see that, what you are
Yes.
writing. No.
Oh, sorry. Let me. I want to share my screen again. My screen.
Yes, we see the certificate now. Yes.
Yes, I can try to change the name. We can create because of our students and institution also. One of my students' name is Ayhan, and now I would like to create a certificate for him in front of my colleagues' eyes. I can. Like that. We can change institution also. And the other certificate we can take and create the other one. And even if it has the places in here. You can download the certificate and take to keep the certificate in here. You can download in here. And Canva has a lot of accounts for students, teachers also.
Thank you. Thank you for presenting the digital tool Canva.
Yeah.
Every time we see Canva, Canva is empowering the world to design. The students and teachers really like to do the things in Canva, especially when we have the free license for use Canva. These days, so many friends have a birthday, so I made so many birthday greeting cards in Canva, and I said, yes, thank you, because we have Canva and we can make it for a few minutes. Great presentation. Digitalization, digital tools in education, very necessary. Corona wasn't good, but it brings many good things in the classroom, especially for the teachers who didn't work before in the digital tools. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for
Now, thank you. Now we are coming to our last speaker, but not the least speaker. She is also an English for Asian language teacher with 18 years experience. She is Ilaha Gulijeva. Ilaha Gulijeva uh, is a leader in MIOOC, the Massive Open Online Courses, the facilitator of American Council's e-twinning coach, member of Azerbaijan English Teachers, and the Association of Fulbright Media Literacy, alumna from Kent State University, United States. Welcome, dear teacher Ilaha.
Welcome everyone. I want to say thanks to everyone who is here as audience online and especially thank IIU for creating such opportunity for us and sharing our experience because it's really important for us. As I mentioned before, education is universal appeal and we can share as others says that sharing is caring. Today I want to talk about my experience and lesson learning, lesson planning. Let me share my presentation now.
Yes,
Just a
can you
minute.
speak a little louder if you can?
Do you hear me?
Yes,
okay?
yes, we hear you.
Okay. Is my presentation sharing?
Uh, you, it is not a full screen yet. It is
Okay.
great.
Okay. Um, my 18 years teaching experience have taught me that two things are very important in teaching process. One of them is loving our students, report our students and caring our students, but other thing is lesson planning or lesson designing. Lesson planning is the instructor roadmap of what students need to learn how it will be done effectively during the class time. But some teachers think that it must be detailed written form, but other teachers think that it's not a little short like a note post with 2 or 3 bullet points, something like what we are going to do or what we are going to use as activity during our lessons. And we can reflect how our currently planned lesson look like, identify the top 10 list lesson planning for learning, describe the decisions that when made result in quality lesson plans. Uh, Shortly, we have to choose a straight way to our purpose. And so our learning journey is beginning. Think a little bit and share how do you currently prepare for a lesson? What do your current lesson plan look like? How has your lesson planning changed throughout your career? And so begin judging ourselves. Why do I need to write a lesson plan? I already know what I want my student to do. When teachers have 5 or 10 years experience, they always said that it needn't to write any lesson planning or designing, but as for me it is really important to write or to design any lesson. It just make us be self-confident or self-assured. It's something like when we dress something like casual or something relaxing, we feel ourselves very relaxed, and when we are self-confident, our students feel it exactly. uh, why lesson plan is needed? It is increasing the changes that all our students will learn, and it decreases the changes that you will make purposeful decisions. uh, some tips for planning of learnings are: make objectives, time management, use pop culture references, get creative, of course, hit various learning styles, make our students bloom, use technology, exactly technology, because in our hectic life, technology is important and it makes our lesson much more effective and much more funny. Plan together with your students and colleagues. We have common errors, such: what do I want my student to learn? What do I want my student to do today? Lack of specific and clarity, too much content, too few opportunities, and so on. The second errors: how will I know when learning is accurate? Some teachers think that assessment is not important, but exactly it is very important. Without assessment, we couldn't know what our students learned or what is not clear for them. Assessment is not important. I will just know when it happens. Some teachers said that my experience showed me what to do in exact time, what to do in exact moment, but it's not so. Um, uh, if be honest, teachers couldn't teach their students with just straight from textbooks, because it can do anybody. It can do anybody with learning by heart. But our students exactly deserve much more better, because because the schools hired us professionals, and the students really deserve more effective more effective lessons with funny innovative methods, with funny technology methods, and it's really deserved. To be called teaching, learning must occur without assessment. We don't know if learning is occurring. Therefore, without assessment, it can't be called teaching. Connecting to EE, we know which standards leads to the successful future of our students. We lead them to different stations, because our students are different in skills, are different in ages, but they are very creative. Um, Lesson plan templates going beyond the sticky notes. Sometimes we think that there is never enough time, but exactly we have it. Sometimes we think that there are never enough resources, but actually we really have a lot of resources around us, and there is never enough of me. Yes, of course, we are always busy, there is never enough of us, but learning how to be present, purposeful, and positive is really important. We sometimes think that time is money, and we have never enough money. Keep just reflecting, learning, collaborating, enjoying, being nice to yourself. And I want to share some apps for lesson planning, because today is the technology era, and we have so many text apps for lesson planning, lesson designing. It is Planboard, then Standard Planner, Class Dojo, or Edmodo, Edpuzzle, Wakelet. They are free in charge. and they are so interesting educational platform where we can use our voice recording, where we can use any video from YouTube or TEDx. We can use any short stories and put assessment on video, voice recording, and all these make our lesson much more effectively. I'm going to share these links in our chat box afterward. Maybe it will be useful for every audience. You can create custom events, color coordinate your courses, drag and drop resources, create customized calendars, and many more. Once your schedule is set up, you can make it public for students to use, ideal for flipped classroom experience. You can also send your pacing to administrators and even use it to keep parents informed. Thanks for watching and thanks for having us here today. Thanks, IIU.
Thank you. Thank you, great teacher Ilaha. Thank you for sharing with us your lesson planning for learning. Really amazing, really many advices. So I hope that all us here today on the IIU stage and our participants will keep reflecting, learning, collaborating, enjoying, and being nice to himself or to herself. Thank you. Thank you very much for your great speech.
Thank you too. Thanks.
So, what we see today, Europe is ready. Europe is ready to share knowledge and revolutionize education with our head, IIU Europe head, Dr. Inga Karchilova from Georgia. All our great, amazing teachers today were great. No words to express our gratitude to all of you, to your valuable time, to enriching us with your thoughts. Thank you, dear Rakwana Vanilova. Thank you, teacher Aida. Thank you, teacher Luhijah. Thank you, teacher Humay. Thank you, teacher Aslan. Thank you, teacher Najwan. Thank you, teacher Ilaha. Thank you for awesome, amazing sessions. Thank you for making us our day great. Thank you, our great project director, Dr. Inga. Thank you, IIU team, for being so supportive. Thanks to the person behind the success of today's event, who is continuously guiding us, motivating us to put in our best. It's our dear founder of IIU, Sir Piyush Pandit. Our words are not sufficient to express our heartfelt gratitude to you. Thank you, lovely audience, for being with us, for being a part of our conference. You were very active. You were writing, you were chatting, you were asking. We love you. You are an amazing audience. Thank you. So be with us for a few minutes in a new session. IIU is a change. IIU brings a change. IIU is the revolution. Be the change with IIU. And after our conference today, please join the next session for a few minutes today. Thank you. Thank you very much for being with us.
Yes, thank you very much. Oh my God.
Beautiful ladies, so beautiful ladies all. Yes, I put here one photo with beautiful ladies. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you. And I hope that we will very soon be together. And please think about my idea, all English teachers with IIU members. Thank you. Thank you very much. And see you soon. Bye-bye.
See you.
Bye.
Thank you very much. Azerbaijan, well done. Excellent job.
Thank you.
Congratulations.